So, guys, our snake draft this week is 90s movie and TV stars, right?
Correct.
No musicians.
No, what you said? No musician, no athletes. I'm down.
I kind of wanted to switch it to musicians. I feel like we could put that in right now.
Absolutely not.
No, we're gonna veto that.
We'll do another draft.
All right, we'll do another draft for these 90s musicians. Okay. Jay, fine. Do you have the score, the fucking draft thingy up?
I'm pulling up the order right now.
You put yourself in it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
This is far. I think this means the most. As far, actually, no. The TV show one might mean the most with draft picks.
No, it doesn't matter. You fuck up every first round. It doesn't matter what pick you've done. You've had the third.
We
pick.
shall see. It's only been
You've
two
had
drafts.
You've had the fourth pick and the third pick. You had back-to-back picks, and you still fucked it up.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. The
shall
order doesn't
see.
matter. Give me any
Number
slot.
1 is. Oh, all right. I'm kicking it off. Number 1.
Wow. Okay,
All right,
Jay.
all
fine.
right.
I'm spinning a wheel back here in case you can't
Yep.
see.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Who we got next? We got Marco. You're number 2.
Let's go. I like that spot.
All right. I feel a lot of pressure with the 1. There's like.
I didn't want one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's a tough one. I actually wanted one because I really like my guy.
Nico, you're 3.
That worked.
If Bo picks up the snake here,
That works.
Justin picks up the snake. This is going to be interesting.
And
Sure is.
By the way, how's my volume been this whole?
Justin's
Fine.
4, Al's 5.
Fine.
Good.
Yes, okay.
Just keep doing your thing.
Al got exactly what he wanted. I think Al wanted that snake, the
We're
little
gonna
snake
find out.
ski,
We're
the
gonna
little
find out.
little. Tss. Alrighty.
So it goes Justin now.
Lot of a lot of pressure on you at 1 here. 90s film and TV, buddy.
If you take my guy, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
Yeah, this is really tough. I'm between 2 people right now. I won't say them. I won't say the other one, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lock in Tom Cruise as the number 1 pick.
Tom Cruise. Okay,
All
I
right.
like it. Great movie.
That's
star.
actually not a bad pick when you think about the lawn.
Tom Cruise
the
isn't
actual-
even on my board.
Wow. All right.
Tom.
You
That's
gotta
where
think
I'm
of the
at.
movies that he put out, though.
I know. No, I know. Interview with the Vampire, Days of Thunder,
Jerry
I can't believe
Mission
you said.
Impossible.
I can't believe you said Interview with a Vampire.
What do you mean? That was
I
what-
can't get over it already.
Mission Impossible.
Yes,
like you didn't even
those,
like
Yeah, like Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Yeah, you didn't even let me finish. I said 2 movies, dude.
You
All
could
right.
you could actually make an argument that he's dominated a lot of different decades.
I agree.
80s, 90s,
Yeah.
2000s.
I mean, think about a risky bit.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was in. Wasn't he in fucking Rumblefish? Was he in the out? Oh no, he was in the Outsiders, right?
no,
Oh, he wasn't.
Cruz wasn't in The Outsiders.
He was in
Maybe not.
Cocktail.
Everyone else was in The Outsiders.
Well, no, his
I'm not
big-
naming names. Stop naming
All right,
names.
fine.
All right, who's
You're gonna
next?
make me name fucking names
Who's
that are gonna be
pick
in this
number
space.
2?
It's me. I am going to go Jim Carrey here.
I love the fucking pick, Marco. For once, you did not fuck up.
I'm going Jim Carrey.
First round
You got to
pick.
think the early '90s within Living Color.
He
You
had a
got to
monstrous
think.
1994.
You
Yep.
got to think the Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura. Then you got to think fucking Batman Forever. What was the Cable Guy, Liar Liar, Truman Show.
That was the other guy I was going back. and
Okay,
forth.
yeah. I think my other guy is going to make it back to me too. But I'm going Jim Carrey.
You're going.
at
It
2.
seems like you guys are going heavy movies right now. Okay, I think Jim Carrey's a great pick. Though.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's a good
Yeah,
pick.
and you didn't fuck it up, at least.
Told you I'm a Justin, man.
Yeah.
Who's
My
third,
turn,
Nico?
right?
Nico.
All right, so I'm gonna fucking lose this draft. I already know. That's so totally
Well,
okay.
with that attitude,
He's like
you are.
Pikachu.
Yeah, no. Marco, who'd you take?
Jim Carrey.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna take Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, he was on my list.
That's actually not a bad pick, Nico.
No,
I
it's a
can't-
great pick.
I actually can't even
great
hate
fucking
that
pick.
pick, Nico. It's a great pick at
He-
3.
he
It
was on
really
my
is a pretty
list.
fucking good pick. That is the child actor. That is the child actor of the 90s.
Well,
That's a good pick.
One-
I can't even hate it.
He only had one movie though, so
No, he
I don't
didn't.
know if that was a good pick.
What are you talking
In the '90s, oh, what do you have?
Home
One
two,
Alone,
and
he had
two
My
movies?
Girl, he had
Richie
fucking
Rich.
Richie Rich.
Okay, he had like 3 movies.
He's a pretty force. He's a force.
Yeah.
He
If
had
you're
3
thinking, if you're
movies.
thinking kid actors, he's up in the list.
He might be the kid actor ever.
No,
There's some other ones, but
there's-
yeah,
there
there's
are,
better
but, like,
ones.
maybe- all right, so
Dakota
Jake-
Fanning would be the top of that list probably for as a child actor.
I disagree
I
with
think
that
she's more 2000s,
completely.
no?
More
Oh,
2000s.
I thought you meant in general child
Oh, okay.
actors. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Because you guys are all silly. So I'm going to take the highest paid actor in all of the '90s, and it's Samuel L. Jackson.
I think I think it was a reach. I think you could have got him way later.
I think you might have been
Absolutely
able
not.
to get him later.
Way later, Bones.
And
I'm
I
talking
don't know
about
if
fourth, fifth
people
round.
think of him because I think his first movie, well,
Can
I
we-
guess was it Die Hard 3?
Die Hard, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Can we get a
Yeah,
list
he
of
is a
Samuel L.
monster.
Jackson
He's a
90s
monster.
movies?
People-
Jackie Brown.
See, guys, I'm
Jackie
thinking
Brown.
when people see your list, I want them to think that's
That's
the
the
90s.
90s, right? Exactly.
So that's why I'm saying Cruz and Carey could kind of fuck you a little bit, and so can't Samuel L. Jackson.
right.
So he's
If they
already
think the
hyping his
90s.
own list
Oh,
up,
no,
is what
I'm
he's
not.
saying.
I'm
I want to see what Al goes
I
with
am
on the
definitely
snake here.
talking my list more up. I don't know what I'm going to pick right now. I want to see what he's going to ask.
What do you mean? What he's gonna ask?
I thought Justin just asked Jay Fine for something.
Oh, do you have a list of Samuel L. Jackson's 90s movies? Just give me like 3 or 4 of them.
Oh my God.
Let's see. We got in the 90s. We have. We did a decent amount.
Do you see what I'm saying here? That's the reason he's the highest
Off the
paid
top
actor.
of my head, it's.
He was in like
fuck.
5 movies a year in like the 90s.
A maniac.
That's-
I've
Yeah.
got
A Long
so many
Kiss Good
people on
Night.
this
He was
fucking
in
list.
Pulp Fiction.
He's
There's
in-
a reason why he's the highest
Yeah.
paid actor in all. That's why you.
He's in Jackie Brown. He's in. Is
Pulp
he in? Is he in
Fiction.
Get Shorty?
He's in a lot of
I don't know if
movies.
he's in Get Shorty.
I don't think he's in Get Shorty actually.
Jungle Fever, Strictly Business, Good. He made an appearance in Goodfellas.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was in a lot. He did a lot. in
Do
the
you see
90s.
why he's my number 1 pick, and you guys are all giving me shit?
No, but
He's-
do
he's-
you understand what I'm saying?
It's
It's like
where you
people don't.
can get him.
No,
Like it's
I-
where you could have drafted him.
I just
instead.
think
No, just
where's
if
the
you
height
think
of
90s,
popularity?
if it's,
I can make an argument that the height of popularity for Samuel L. Jackson is in a different decade.
It was in the 2000s. I think personally.
But with that said, he did have some bangers. in
Yeah,
the
of course he
90s.
did. Yeah, he did.
I don't think it's a draft ruining pick.
All right, what's your second pick?
My first pick.
First pick.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your first pick?
Oh gosh, see, I
have a
like, I
weird
want,
feeling I know who
I
he's
like
going
the
with here.
stack. I don't know if I want to stack something right here. You know what? I'm gonna go 2 actors. I'm gonna go TV actors. I think movies are so deep that I can get someone in the later rounds. I just can't picture my childhood without these 2 people. I'm gonna go Mark Paul Gosselaar as my first one. Zach Morris.
Not a terrible pick, Al.
Who?
Zach
Don't tell
Morris.
me you're going with fucking what's his face on the snake
And then
here.
on the snake, I'm going Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
I had him on the list. I thought you were going to take somebody else. I had him on the list. I
These
respect
people
that,
were
Al.
only even relevant in the 90s.
I agree with you. I think it's a good.
You
it's a
can't
good
even
snake.
talk. Every single girl in the fucking world had posters of those 2 people on their wall.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Every one of us wanted to be one of them. We all love Saved by the Bell, Home Improvement. Think of all the movies that Jonathan Taylor fucking Thomas.
I'll
was
be
in.
home for Christmas. Fucking
Jungle Book.
Wild America.
I don't even know who the fuck those
Fucking-
guys are,
yeah,
but I
ton of
watched Saved
shit.
by the
So
Bell.
I think I'm gonna get everybody on my list, and it's gonna smash everybody's list of pieces.
I think Justin's going. For
I don't
a
think
personal
I
top
see.
five
I just
here, and
don't
it's-
think Samuel L. Jackson is. It doesn't remind me of the 90s.
I don't
Not
think
that
of the
he
ni-
didn't have a good career.
yeah,
in the
no,
90s.
I'm not. Yeah, right. It's. I just don't think he's. got-
yeah, but okay.
So
Let
this
me
is
just
what-
give you a different perspective, though,
Okay,
because
after that, I want to give you my perspective.
your 90s versus his 90s versus his 90s versus we'll have the same 90s is gonna be skewed.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if I asked somebody my age, like a 30-year-old in 1999, their 90s list, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
Can I give you my second pick
Yes.
now? And the second pick overall, Tom Hanks.
Tom.
Think-
Tom
could've
Hanks
got-
had some real big bangers.
He did.
He really did. He was on my list for actors.
Forrest Gump's up
Again,
there.
this is my thing. I just don't think of the 90s when I think of these
I
people.
don't either, Justin.
But I think that's a credit to how prolific these people are.
yeah.
Exactly.
They're prolific.
Yeah.
They span generations.
Right.
They definitely do.
Mine.
You can't deny Forrest Gump.
Nico, what's your?
There's a ton
Mine's funny.
Big.
Mine's funny. I think that this might be a miss,
Is Big
but
88 though?
this is a
Big is
this is a
definitely
jump.
88.
Emilio Estevez. That's what I'm
He is
taking.
big. Oh, you're
in the
taking it
90s.
because of the
Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
All right.
guess.
I think you could have got him later.
Nico, I hate that pick in the second round.
I don't like it in the second round at all.
I hate that pick in the second round.
All right. I'm going. Am I next? Jay
Emilio.
Well, you got to think Emilio Estevez, it's like For Mighty Ducks, it's like
And what, Young Guns?
It's
He's-
90s for a
he's
kid.
and he's
It's
easily.
a kid 90s. It's
Right.
not.
It's an iconic
No,
face
but here's
that I
the thing.
remember.
Hold on. Here's the other thing too. He's probably the worst character in that entire fucking show.
Yeah.
You could have done that movie with anybody else. Anybody else in that movie is just as good. It's the kids that drive that show.
100%.
I think you could have picked any one of the kids and we would have been like, nice, buddy. But you wanted to go with Emilio Estevez in the second round. Terrible pick. You're a loser. And you're a loser for that reason.
I don't think it's a good pick at that. Am I next?
Yes.
I'm going with Will Smith.
That's a good pick.
You got to think from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Even the music, you can
the
get into that.
music, you can get
that's
into
the
that.
only person I'll start. You can do music if they have a TV show.
Well,
Will
yeah,
Smith's
that's
a great
well,
pick.
that's when I went
Good
with Jim
movies.
Carrey. I went with TV to that.
Monster. He was a
Yeah.
monster.
So I go. Well, then you think fucking
I know
Men
I
in
fucked
Black,
that up. I had Will
Independence
Smith
Day.
right there.
You know what I mean? Enemy
Will
of the
Smith would have been a
State.
better pick, Nico.
Yeah. So I go Will Smith in the second round.
I love it. Good job. Jay
who's-
Fine, who
Jay
you doing? You
Fine,
got
you're
back
up
to
here.
back here.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take another movie guy just to toss out some of his works in the '90s. Here, he was in Coneheads, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer, The Waterboy.
It's a
Big
great fucking
Daddy.
pick. It's a great.
We're gonna go
pick.
Adam
have to- you
Sandler.
have
in
to
the
It's
do
a
it.
second
great
round.
pick, Jay Fine. It's a
He was in
fucking
it.
fantastic pick in the second. The fact that he fell to you in the at the end of the second round there is mind blowing.
I honestly,
worry.
you could make the argument that he's the best actor on this list for the '90s.
You could. I mean, you absolutely could for sure. And Jay Fine, who you got on the snake?
So the snake, I'm having a little bit of trouble with. Are we allowed to pick somebody who's not an actor as long as they're not a musician? Like what is the gray area? Like, can we pick someone who was like iconic in the '90s but
No.
wasn't necessarily an actor?
It's got to be like I think we're
TV
going
guy,
just
stuff.
movies and TV.
Who were you
people.
thinking though?
Who were you thinking? Yeah.
I was thinking Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what you
respect
mean
it.
though.
I
Like if it was
respect it.
just
Yeah.
straight up celebrities, yeah.
No,
we
I
could do that.
respect it. Yeah. No, I absolutely fucking respect it.
Okay. If that, I'm gonna go ahead. I probably could get this guy later, but I'm gonna take John Stamos.
That's
a
a
good
great
pick.
fucking pick, Jay Fine. That's a
Yep.
fantastic pick,
It's a good pick.
actually. And with that, I'm gonna stay with TV. I'm going Jennifer Aniston with the first pick, my first pick in the third
This
round.
kid loves
Oh
Friends.
no! See, she was
I gotta
big.
pee.
She was bigger in the 2000s. That's a terrible pick.
I don't think it is at all.
Terrible pick. That's such a bad pick.
Who's up next, Nico?
Yep.
Take your
That is such a fucking terrible pick.
Leo.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Great pick.
That's a good pick.
Titanic.
Why are you picking him?
Titanic.
I mean, he just says his pick and then he fucking runs out the door. You don't think that's fucking crazy?
He's out of
he
his
doesn't
mind.
give a, he's just like Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, and
Friends
then
was
gets-
on
and
for
then-
like
and then
I
gets
think
up.
Friends started in like '97, so it was on for like 2 years. She wasn't even that big of a star before that. She got big in the 2000s. She's huge in the 2000s.
Yep.
So I have a couple.
It's a
that I-
shit pick.
I have a couple I think I'll get a little later. So I'll save them. I'm going to take my first, like,
Positive Friends started in '94, by the way. Almost positive.
Doesn't matter. She wasn't that big.
I'm
in the
going to take
90s.
my first, I guess, quote unquote comedian, but he is like an actor as well. Robin Williams.
That's a great one.
That's a great pick.
He did have a
Say
lot
that.
of monster movies too.
That's a great pick.
The only thing that kind of pissed me off
Is that he
is
hung
they started
himself?
doing those serious movies. It's like Patch Adams by Jack. It's like, geez.
Jack was incredible.
It's a good movie, but it's like, who the fuck wants to cry when you're fucking 10 years old and fuck?
Yeah, but you,
know
got
what
to
I mean?
think like, well, then remember he did like
It's like for
Bicentennial
someone so funny,
Man was
that
in
was a
2000.
pretty bad movie.
Yeah, that sucked.
I saw
but-
that in the movie theater and I hated it.
Then he did like the
Bicentennial
photo.
Man,
He
did
did
you
the
really?
photo movie. He
That-
did a lot of serious movies.
Yeah.
Does anything surprise you
think he's-
that I would see it in the
No,
movie theater?
you saw everything.
Everything.
You saw
Is
everything. You-
Bicentennial Man that one day is like a gold robot?
yeah, yes.
I remember that. But
I
I,
think
just
his-
remember the gold robot. I didn't know. I forgot that.
but Al, you got to remember,
I think it was Silva.
but he won the Oscar for Good Will Hunting, Al.
Fuck. I don't know where I'm gonna go here. I do. I know. He
You know
did.
what I mean?
I don't know where. And you know what? I didn't even think he had that good of a fucking role in that movie. That's an overrated fucking Oscar in that movie.
I think you're crazy, buddy.
I gotta go see About a Girl. It's just I didn't even like it. I didn't even like that scene with him, and it just wasn't that good. This is tough. It's getting tough here because I know I need some ass in this. I need some fucking ass.
That's why I went with Aniston,
I
buddy.
need
I
some
need to
ass and
verify
tits. So one of these has to be some ass. Okay, I'm going Brendan Fraser, third round.
That's a brutal pick, Al.
Why?
I think you could have got it later. I think you could have got him later.
I'm
Don't
going
think you
Brendan
had to take-
Fraser, Monster, The Mummy. Think of all the stuff he was in.
George of the
Biodome,
Jungle.
George of the Jungle. Every fucking movie that
Bedazzled or whatever. Monkey
that might have been
Bones.
2000, but we'll take it.
Oh.
He's definitely a 90s actor. People think of him. They think of a couple guys in that age range.
Econo Man. What's the movie? where he was
Encino Man. You say Econo Man?
Yeah, I
he
couldn't.
lives in Econo Lodge in Malden. by
Then
the
I'm
way.
gonna go.
He
Maybe-
stays at the Econo Lodge.
Maybe the hottest piece of ass on this list. I'm gonna go Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh wow, yeah,
I
she
needed
was
some
great.
ass on there. We need someone that got ass and tits, and she's got both in spades, my friend.
I thought you were gonna say somebody else.
I know. That Heartbreakers movie, you ever see her in Heartbreakers?
Actually, I haven't.
Insane.
Can't hardly wait.
Can't hardly wait. She was great.
I love her. And I know.
You
what
need
did.
one of those girls.
I know
need
what
one
you
of those
did
girls.
last
Jennifer
summer.
Aniston is not one of those 90s
I got
girls.
one of them coming. I think.
Oh, is it me again?
Yep.
Oh man, I only have 2 picks left. You know what? I do have a couple girls on this list, but I have too many like bigger
Yeah.
people that I just can't put them there. I'm going with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I like that.
That's right. You
I
better
don't know that
side.
Joe Bones has a playoff team right now.
Are
now.
you out of your mind? I'm winning the
I
championship
don't-
right
I
now.
don't know about
I don't
this.
have a playoff
he's
team.
He's willing it into
Here's my problem with him. I think Arnold was probably bigger in the 80s.
I agree.
He
No,
is.
still
I
the
love
90s.
his fucking movies though.
But Al, you got to.
He's got the best actors list in terms of actors movies. I don't think people look at his list. If people are looking at this list being like, when I think about the 90s, I think of these people. They're not going to think of his
The
list.
problem is because they're still relevant people.
Right. I
And,
agree.
but if you look at the 90s and their movies, everyone that I picked has blockbusters, highest paid actors, and like some of the most popular movies of the year. If you look at those actors in those years,
a lot
I
of
think-
chalk. That's all I'm going to
I
say.
think
a lot
you're
of
just
chalk,
looking.
Nico.
I think you're just looking them like at a
Well, I'm just-
generational thing.
That's what I am. I'm
It's
thinking just
skewing
straight
you.
in the 90s, and I'm thinking straight to 2000.
So you should have
I'm
said
thinking-
people that only had careers in the 90s. I think
No,
would have been a
I
little
see,
bit.
I see where you're coming from. I just don't like Samuel L. Jackson. To me, like people aren't thinking the 90s when they
Not
see
only
him.
do I have a playoff team, I have a dynasty team.
Justin, I think you're willing this into existence right now.
I think you're
I
out of your
just think
mind.
that we could look at the best generation for all your actors, your best decade for all your actors, and I could probably pick a different decade that they were better in.
because they're so.
But I mean, I
Prevalent.
will,
So
say,
you
know what I'm
I
saying?
will say though, Tom Hanks had what fucking he had. Hold on,
One was Castaway.
Forrest
That's
Gump.
close. That might be 2000.
Castaway was 2000, I believe.
Justin, who'd you just
2001.
take?
I got
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hanks had Forrest Gump. He had The Green Mile. He had
Let's go IMDb. Tom
he
Hanks
had
right now.
Saving Private Ryan.
All in the 90s.
All in the 90s.
Do
They
you
are
see
big.
what I'm
no, they
saying,
are
dude?
big. They are big.
Tom
I
Hanks
just-
is his best. Is his best.
But Justin,
one
I
out of them.
think you could have got him later. You could have got Samuel Jackson and Tom Hanks
Dude,
in the
it's
fourth and fifth
Tom
round.
Hanks.
I think you need more like straight 90s.
I think
smoke
so
right
too.
now.
Right.
You listen. You can't really hate on any of his picks though. It's not Emilio Estevez.
Al, if I
in the
made that
second.
pick, you would be telling me to go run out in traffic with a blindfold on.
I don't think so.
No, I fucked up my
I
pick.
have a solid
all day long.
argument
I should have
as to
taken
why.
Will Smith. That's who I should
Will
have taken.
Smith was a good one. Jennifer Aniston was a bad one.
Yeah,
he doesn't
I mean,
like Brendan
Will-
Fraser.
Al,
That's
you
fine.
could
All
argue
right,
that.
You're
You could
too,
argue.
you're
you-
too young though. Too. You weren't even. You consider yourself a '90s baby, but you're not a '90s baby.
False. My first memories of all are of all 90s things.
You were like
Yeah,
8.
probably
When I was
rewatching.
like,
episode.
when I was 4 to 7, 8 years old.
Yeah, but you weren't watching.
All right,
like,
I didn't even watch this show like one fucking bit. My mother did, and that's the only reason why I know who Sarah Jessica Parker is from Sex and the City. So that's who I'm
guess,
taking.
yeah.
But I think it was more in the early 2000s.
It's a
Sex
shit
and the
list.
City.
Shit pick. That's okay. though.
Nico's.
This list
He knew
sucks.
it, he
This
said it.
topic sucks.
90s was
Don't give
dumb.
a
I
shit.
agree. It should be football. We should,
Should be
doing
football all day. This
It's
list
fine.
sucks. It's way too vague.
What you
Um,
picked Leo right before?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it back to me now?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with. I think I can get this other guy later on. We're doing 5 rounds, right?
Yeah, go
Correct.
ahead.
Okay. So I'm going with Topanga right here.
I don't like that pick.
You
You're
don't
making
think people
fun of my
think, you don't
Samuel
think of,
Jackson
you don't
pick.
think
You're
people
picking Topanga.
think of the 90s when they think of Topanga? She
No,
was only
because-
relevant in the 90s.
First of
Like,
all,
what do you-
name's not Topanga. Why don't you use your
all
real
right,
name?
Daniel Fishel.
The,
Sorry.
the problem is because it's such a niche thing. It's like little boys were watching it. You're watching. You're not something that is like globally 90s. Not everybody's. All of those people are watching Tom Hanks. A third of them are watching Topanga Lawrence.
I don't know, man. I think Topanga's absolutely.
I think that Topanga is so bad. Like, there's other girls on those TV shows that you're thinking of that are way better than Topanga. Better looking.
I got the best one, Jennifer Aniston.
No, you didn't.
You don't think she's the premier television actress of the 90s?
No, I think of her more as the 2000s. She's more in the middle of it.
There's
Like
another
90
girl. There's
late
another girl I
90s,
would have
early
liked to take
2000s.
probably instead of fucking
Whose turn
Sarah
is it
Jessica
here?
Parker.
It is now
Jay Fine.
Fines.
Jay Fine. So this is your final two, Jay Fine.
Yeah, final two. Okay, so this guy I'm going with, he started off the 90s, closing out one of the best series of all times in Cheers. He then spun that off into, one of the best series of all time in Frasier. He was a voiceover in Toy Story 2, Anastasia, Disney's big hit in 1997. I'm going Kelsey Grammer.
I
Grammer,
hate him,
baby.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
Kelsey Grammer is good.
As far as the turn, the turn
It's
is
your last
tough.
pick,
I
yep.
know the turn is tough. I actually didn't hear you take Jennifer Aniston, so I had her penciled in as my fifth pick. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to pull a quick pivot. I'm gonna say Courtney Cox, and I'm just because I think I need a female on there, and I'm trying to adjust in the fly. So I don't love it, but I'm gonna close it out with Courtney Cox.
at least she had Scream too.
Okay.
She had
Yeah,
Scream.
she did have
She was pretty
Scream.
much-
That was good. I'll accept that pick.
Well,
It's a
she
good
had
pick.
Scream 1 as well. She's in all of them.
Well, when I said Scream 2,
Scream,
I
like,
meant Scream
Scream-
as well.
Scream 2.
Scream
Oh, I'm
2.
sorry. I thought you meant like literally. I
Yes.
apologize.
Scream
To
as
close
well.
this out, I'm going back to an actor, and I'm going George Clooney. As far as a guy who started on TV with one of the biggest TV dramas of all time, ER, and then went right into smash hit banger movies.
Yeah,
George Clooney is going to be my fifth
Clooney's
round
not bad,
pick.
especially for the fifth round. If he was there,
Yeah.
maybe I would have looked at him. Yeah, I mean,
So
it's hard to.
I
shit
tried
on
to go
Clooney.
for guys that went from TV to film, just to span the whole decade. And I think Clooney was one of the biggest movie stars through the entire 90s, personally, and television stars.
I think Topanga fucked your list.
Yeah, Topanga fucked you.
That's crazy.
I think Jim
you
Carrey
guys.
is good. Topanga fucked your list.
Nico, what
That's
do you
fine.
got?
I think you guys are completely just
I'm
trying to find
fucking.
the hole here.
I'm fucking in between two people, but my list is kind of fucking skewed as is. I got Emilio Estevez at 2 over Will
That's
Smith
crazy.
and Adam Sandler were taken after him.
What do
It's
you-
whatever. I
do
don't
you
really
got?
remember it that much, but I love the show. Watched the show. I thought it was like really popular in the 90s. I'd if I had to guess, but Martin Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's not terrible.
That's a good 90s pick.
That's a good That's a good fifth round pick. I can
Bad
tell you that
Boys.
much. Yeah, Bad
That
Boys.
definitely made up for you fucking up with your other pick there.
Emilio Estevez was really bad.
You dropped the ball there.
To me, it was just more that it's tough. Like I'm like you said, Al. I'm 94. Like so, like things before that, I don't fucking remember at all. And then even things like kind of like after that, I just kind of got the mind around. But I definitely should have taken what I known, Will Smith, and then definitely had Martin Lawrence.
Is it my
I got
turn?
an
Back to
honorable
Jay
mention.
Bonesy.
So I'm gonna take my first female here, and I have 2, but I'm gonna take probably I think the most popular one, and I think probably the most popular female in all of the 90s, and I can't believe none of you took her, and it's Alicia Silverstone.
I don't think she's that popular. I like a couple of the blondes more popular than her.
I agree.
She was unbelievable in Clueless, though.
She was good in Clueless.
Then she had
was
the
great.
Batman thing, so I'm not going to hate it. Plus, it's a fifth round pick.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
that's
hate
my,
it. It's
I
a
have
preference.
one more after this. It's 4th.
No, you don't.
No,
That's your
that's
fifth.
fifth round.
it's
Oh,
fifth,
was
buddy.
it?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, that kind of
So-
bums me out. If it was my last pick, I wouldn't have taken it. I thought I had one more.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep track. You got to
Shit.
write shit down,
And
my
then
friend.
we got
Shit.
Big Al. with the
Okay,
last
so I
pick.
got a lot of different ways I can go here.
And then we got honorable mentions after, so don't forget.
My honorable mentions
Just in case where I was going
are
before,
solid.
Kelly Kapowski, Tiffany Amber Thiessen is 1,000 times better than Topanga Lawrence.
That's highly
looking.
debatable, Al.
It better looking,
That's highly
better
debatable.
TV show.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is 1,000 times better.
I disagree. I don't know
Saved
about
by
that.
the Bell's 1,000 times
I think
better.
they're about
they
the same.
span years. It's way better. Way better.
So does Boy Meets World.
It
What do you
was-
mean?
I know what you're saying. Listen to me. It's 1,000 times better. Better storylines, less kiddish.
I don't know about that.
Way less kiddish.
No, Boy Meets World is way more dramatic than Saved by the Bell. Are you kidding me, Al?
That's
Boy Meets
that-
World is way more boring.
False.
100 times more boring.
False. All the stuff they
the-
do with Sean's
Okay,
dad later
let
on.
me ask you
Carl-
a question. Who means more to society nowadays? Those 5, the cast of Saved by the Bell or the cast of fucking Boy Meets World.
I think
There's a fucking reason why. There's a fucking reason why Ryder Strong's girlfriend had to fucking do porn. There's a reason fucking why.
I don't know what
Because
you're...
Boy Meets World doesn't move the needle like Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris is a better character than Corey Matthews. Kelly Kapowski is a better character than Topanga Lawrence.
What's his name in there? Mario Lopez too.
Yes, Mario Lopez.
Wasn't he like big in the 90s?
yeah, but
that was like his
all
thing.
all he ever did was Saved by the Bell.
That's it. And then he got
Yeah.
that, and then because obviously,
I mean,
his fucking
granted, all
looks and
anybody
shit.
on Boy Meets World ever did was Boy
Who's your
Meets
final
World.
pick of this
Oh, I didn't
fucking
answer.
ridiculous,
So,
fucking
yeah, so-
vague draft?
Vague draft. There's a lot of ways. I don't know if I want to go Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I had him as an
Reese
I had
Witherspoon.
him as an honorable mention, Freddie. I think he was the lead
Drew
team
Barry.
rom-com guy.
Brandy. I'm gonna go Kelly Kapowski just to fuck your pick.
I like
Just to
it.
fuck your pick because Topanga's a shit pick. Give me Kelly Kapowski.
I don't even know how the
Tiffany
fuck you
Amber
spell
Thiessen.
that.
False.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Ski.
Who?
Um,
Kelly Kapowski.
All right,
My-
so now we start. Jay Fine, who are your honorable mentions?
Honorable mention. I was thinking about Mel Gibson for a while.
He was one of
He was.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson was big.
Yeah.
Definitely big.
That was probably one of the.
Aren't a majority of the Lethal Weapon movies in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken?
I think 1 or 2.
Yeah. I think it's one or two.
Yeah.
And
But he also had Braveheart.
Right.
Right.
He also had The Patriot.
The Patriot.
Oh, that might have been 2000.
That was exactly 2000, I
I
believe.
thought it was 98.
No, Patriot was 2000. Patriots, I mean, I love it. But
Such a good movie.
The Man
So
Without
good.
a Face. That,
Yeah.
What about
I thought it was the Man in the Iron Mask.
No, that was Leo.
Oh, you're right. That was Leo. I apologize. Yep.
again? Knew nothing.
So is that your?
That's my honorable mention. Yeah, I'll say Mel
My
Gibson.
2 honorable mentions are going to be Keenan Thompson.
Yep.
Keenan Thompson, and I'm going to go with Devin Sawa.
I like Keenan Thompson a lot.
Well, what was Devin Sauer in the 90s?
He was in Idle Hands.
Idle
He was in
Hands
Idle
was
Hands.
the
He was in
90s?
Final Destination.
Yes. Final
He was
Destination.
in Casper.
Yeah, he was young in Casper.
He's in Wild America.
He's in the movie. Isn't he the guy who throws in Little Giants? Is that Devin Sawa?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Isn't he
he's
the
the other
quarterback?
quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the other quarterback in Little Giants. He's in fucking Wild America. What's the other
He's
one?
a great 90s actor. I think to people, that's what I'm saying. Like, people who think of him is going to think, they're going to think the 90s. That's how I took it. Now, I understand everyone took it a little differently. That's how I took the draft.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
And I think it's
mean,
up to the
but
people
that's
to
what I-
decide.
I
who
just
was-
I
who's right.
kind of got it, but I just missed it. Like what their era was the 90s apparently.
And I
right?
put Keenan Thompson because I think he was like I think Keenan and Kale were like the two of the biggest things in the 90s personally.
Who was that? Keenan and who?
Keenan and Kel.
Kale.
Kale, like a
What, like the fucking-
like the salad.
like the
I don't know. I've
superfood?
always said Keenan and Kale. I don't know. Kale Mitchell. Like
Keenan
Kel
and
Mitchell.
Kel.
Oh, Kel Mitchell. Whatever. Yeah, all right.
Keenan
Kale.
and Kale.
Kale salad.
Watch, out of this whole podcast,
We're
they're going to
clipping
make a
that.
clip of just
We're
that
definitely
one
going to
thing.
make a clip of that.
Okay.
100%. That's going
That's
to be
fine,
made.
yeah.
And it's going to be a fucking big pile of spinach kale right on your fucking
Yeah,
face,
right.
dude. When,
Pile
when
of
you
shit.
say kale.
Nico,
Keenan
do you
and
have
Kale.
any honorable mentions?
Three names that I kept seeing when I looked this up. Correct me if I'm wrong. Richard Gere, Julia Roberts, and Johnny Depp.
You remember Richard Gere, I believe.
Yeah, Richard Gere.
Gere, not Greer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Gere.
Missed the fucking letter. Suck a dick. What is this?
Kale's worse than that, though.
Yeah, the
Kale's
fuck.
worse. People know how to say Kel.
even know
and
the
it's
guy
like
fucking
that's how
Richard-
you know he's not from the 90s. He can't even
Richard
say
Gere
Keenan and
is.
Kel.
I have a couple. I had Harrison Ford.
Okay.
That's the one name that's sitting right here that I didn't say. It's literally.
I had Bruce Willis.
J Bones doesn't have not one TV star.
I know.
It's
He went
only
all
movies.
movie heavy.
Only movies.
The other female I was gonna take instead of Alicia Silverstone was Winona Ryder.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I should have taken that. That's why I thought I had one more. I was gonna take her.
You
That's
could have
why
also
even
you
like
could have
Reese
also
Witherspoon.
you could have also swapped out Winona Ryder with
I was thinking Melissa
Chris-
Joan Hart.
or Christina Ricci.
Yeah, but Clueless was a smash in the 90s.
It was.
Right, but it's one movie. That's what I'm saying. You need that's why the series sometimes they're on your screen for
Yeah,
fucking-
she was also in.
Marissa Jones-
She was also in Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser. She was also in that Batman. She was in like
Alicia Silverstone's. She's a good pick, especially at that.
Blast from the Past is an underrated.
I
Brendan
think the
Fraser.
worst
was.
pick right now is Emilio Estevez in the second
Bill Paxton was a honorable mention.
because of
Yeah.
Twister.
Bill P.
Helen Hunt.
Nicolas Cage, Michael Keaton, and Tim Allen.
I would have really liked Tim Allen because he had
The
Home
Home
Improvement
Home
He's
Improvement,
arguably
Back to
the
right?
best. Yeah.
and
Tom-
Toy Story
and Santa Claus.
and Santa
Yeah.
Claus. He should have been
Monster.
a number 2
Monster.
overall.
Yeah.
He should have been a number 2 overall.
Just listen make me want to punch myself
He's
in the fucking
he's
mouth.
arguably the best TV dad of all time on Home Improvement.
I hate 3 out of the 5 in the first round. I hate Samuel L. Jackson. Actually, 2 out of the 5. I don't like the Tom Cruise pick either. I just think he spans too many generations. People could even say he was great in the 80s.
I don't think when people think of the
But
90s, they think
thinking
Tom
of this,
Cruise.
I could have got fucking Brendan Fraser in the 10th round by the way you guys were picking.
Absolutely.
So maybe that's a bad pick.
I don't think I made a bad pick. I
thought-
I
no
won this
way,
one.
Marco. You don't think you
I
made a
think I
bad
won-
fucking
I
pick,
think
right?
I won this one, and I think that the listeners and viewers will agree.
I don't
this
think
one was
Marco
all
has
Marco.
won a single draft.
Until this one.
You're
And
out of
now
your
here,
mind.
here we are.
I hate the Topanga pick. I just legitimately
Other
hate
people are
Topanga.
gonna read my list on the internet and just be like, "Oh my god, can you just make lists for me all the time?"
Yeah, but let's yeah. I don't know if they'll fucking. I don't know if they'll say that. but-
I need a list, man.
I just
It
need one of
depends
your
on how
li-
people look at the title.
for a list, man.
right now.
It depends on how people look at the title. We're saying 90 stars. Like that is fucking ridiculous.
Exactly why I'm gonna win immediately. On
Right,
that
because
list.
why? Because the most notable
'Cause they're
names
gonna
on your
think-
list. They're not
they're
going to
gonna-
think about what those.
Samuel's
they're
the
not
worst
gonna-
pick on the
they're
draft.
not-
You're out of your mind.
It's the worst pick on the draft.
No, I'll take that. I'll take Emilio Estevez over. I took him over Will Smith and Adam Sandler and everyone else under the sun. So
So,
I feel like Jay Fine got a pretty solid list because he's going to get the Tom
Jay
Cruise
Fine
level.
did all right.
Looking back, I would have taken Jim Carrey over Tom Cruise at number 1. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that would have been
just to the
really
production
sealed
that
you
he,
there.
the production he had in the 90s. Is what you
'Cause
guys
you
said
got-
it was fucking
You
crazy.
got Adam Sandler, you got the Stamos, so you got that TV show.
Kelsey Grammer.
I don't know about Kelsey.
I don't know,
Grammer.
you
I don't know if
think
that's going to
Courtney
play.
I don't. Can I be honest with you? I don't
Courtney
think
sucking
Kelsey Grammer
cocks.
would have got drafted.
I mean,
I think Kelsey Grammer was a waiver
I
wire pickup.
understand why. I really think that maybe Jerry Seinfeld would have been a better pick.
Jerry Seinfeld getting undrafted here is crazy. I think. That's the-
that is. I
I
will say
think Tim
in
Allen
Kelsey
going
Gram-
undrafted
I agree
is
as well.
crazy.
Tim Allen,
That's,
yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
I will say in Kelsey Grammer's defense, we named a lot of one-hit wonders for TV shows. He did it twice in the 90s with
Yeah, that's
Cheers
true.
and
He did, yeah.
Frasier.
You gotta
So
think,
that's
you
where
gotta
I-
think
that's where I-
he was on two major.
But on
TV
Cheers, was
shows.
he a main character?
No,
on
he was a
Cheers?
side
He was
character.
just
He
a
was
side
he was
guy.
like a supporting actor.
Wasn't he
on Cheers.
playing Frasier?
Yeah.
he played the
was
same
Frasier.
character, right?
Yeah.
So he played Dr. Frasier Crane. But I mean, like, you're hard pressed to find like an episode he's not in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but he's also you got to think Kelsey Grammer was Fraser Crane for like a legitimately almost a combined 20 years,
Maybe longer.
maybe longer. When did Cheers first go on the
I
air?
want to say 70 something.
No.
End
The
of
80s
70s. End of
Was it
70s.
really? You might be right. Actually, hold on.
I think that lasted almost a long time. Look it up.
I thought it was like 80 or 81.
Dude, did you write that many fucking notes about Black Phone?
I think
Does that say Black
1982
Phone
out.
at the top? Is that your Black?
Yeah, he's got some notes.
What's
for
it say?
Sure.
I'm trying to.
We'll get into it and ask you, but
Cheers
no one
TV
replied
show.
to any of the fucking text messages they
82,
had. And I
you're
was
right.
asking about fucking whatever
That's
it is.
still a long
And
time.
when did
Blumhouse?
Fraser go
Isn't
on
that-
the air? 80 fucking or what?
Tell
nine?
me, just tell me about
Early to
Blumhouse.
mid-
Frasier went
90s.
on, I think it was like 95.
Frasier went on in 93.
Or 93, okay.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling
So
the
they could've been
movie I
going
was
concurrently.
watching
And
was
it
like
went till
the
2004.
concept of what
so
they
this
used.
dude could have literally been on TV for fucking
TVs
what,
pay the
18
bill.
years.
They
Yeah.
used to pay the bills back in the day. TV. So
Yeah.
probably still does now.
He was literally the same character on TV for fucking 22 years. That's crazy.
I think that's going to play to an older clientele. I think a lot of older
I agree.
people will like
And
that.
I will say I'm heavily influenced by that because those were like two of my dad's favorite shows.
Exactly.
So I grew up
That makes
By the way,
watching
perfect
Frasier's
sense.
those two
Frasier is
shows,
an
right?
awesome show. I
Yeah.
think it's hysterical.
Who's
I
the little
love
nerdy guy?
David Hyde Pierce, the
No,
brother.
what's his
brother?
name?
Miles.
Miles. Yeah, Miles.
Not Niles.
Oh, Niles, yeah,
Niles.
sorry,
Sorry,
Niles,
yeah, whatever.
Niles.
He was funny.
Then the dad was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was super.
They were
funny.
good. The girl was kind of cute.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got to be half decent to be on for 11 years. You have to be.